Howdy YouTube. Mike Holly here for Naps, New Age Pipe Smokers. Hope y'all are doing well today. I'm doing pretty stellar. The sunshine is back out. It's Tuesday, so I'm smoking a cob, the General from Missouri Meerschaum. I don't know how Cobb Tuesday became a thing in the pipe community, but it gives me an excuse to smoke my cobs more often, to think about it, because I don't always reach for them. This one's nice in particular because I get, more than 10 minutes out of it. In it today, I am smoking the Beast from Cornell and Diehl. I think that was the last small batch. Yeah, I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but life comes up. So this stuff is it is 51% St. James Parish, Louisiana Perique. Also some Red Virginia Cavendish and Black Cavendish and some Dark Fired Kentucky. For people that are used to run-of-the-mill vapors and usually think of Perique as spicy, 51% Perique might sound kind of intimidating. And this is a small batch, so obviously you can't just go out and buy a tin right now. It's unless you find it on the secondary market. But if you get a chance to try this stuff, don't be scared of it or think it's going to be that overwhelming, because it's really not. It's very tasty. I went into this thinking I was going to like it, and I do. Because, I love Perique, and I'll smoke straight Perique sometimes. And it doesn't really have spiciness by itself so much. I think the spiciness of Perique normally comes when it's mixed with Virginia or with Burley. By itself, it has more of a fermented, kind of a mushroomy, but sweet, like stewed fermented fruit almost. So to the point that in the tin, the tin note of Perique, or anything with a large portion of Perique, is to most people very unpleasant. The other day I sat a bowl of this out in my car to dry for a couple hours. I like to give this a little bit of dry time. I'll get to that in a second. But got into the car for lunch and went, God, it smells like someone took a shit in my car. I'm like, oh yeah, Perique. But when smoked, it's delicious. And sometimes that fermented funkiness can be a little bit much for people, but the Cavendish in this really kind of spreads that out a little bit and mellows it. It's a really dark looking tobacco. Obviously, that's how much of this tin I've smoked. So obviously this is not a first impressions video. I usually like to get a little bit of a feel for blends before I review them, but it's pretty moist in the tin. It's got rum on it. So I do like to give this a little dry time. That much Perique can be good to give a little dry time to anyway. And with the rum topping, it does make the rum flavor dissipate just a little bit when you dry it a lot, but I don't mind that. The flavor's still there, and it makes it burn a whole lot cooler and cleaner to me. What this reminds me of a lot is one of the things I like to blend up for myself is a 50-50 mixture of Cornell and Diehl's granulated Perique and their Dark Fired Kentucky. And I'll put a splash of rum on it. And that's what this reminds me of. So at first when I smoked it, I was like, man, this would be a lot better without the Cavendish. Because I guess I was just pining for that more familiar flavor of something I mix up and smoke all the time. But as I'm smoking more of it, I'm really appreciating it more for its own thing. that Cavendish adds sweetness to it. Perique has a little bit of sweetness on its own, but not much. This Cavendish, I think it makes it where a whole lot more people are really going to like this blend. Makes it more accessible, I guess. Although not quite as beastly as I would expect from the Beast. But yeah, you definitely get those Perique notes, you know, that funk, then that sweetness from the rum and the Cavendish really help kind of mellow that and just make it nicer. And then that little hint of dark-fired Kentucky just adds some smokiness. Really good stuff, I have to say. I'm not sad. I only bought 4 tins of it. Gave one away to a friend. So I've got the rest of this one and 2 more. Probably end up smoking one of them and stick the other one in the cabinet and let it go for a year or 2 and see what happens to it. I love the way Perique ages. Yep, the room note won't make you any friends, but it is tasty stuff. Well, I guess that's about all I really have to say about this one. Kind of a short review, but all I can say is it's good. I know a lot of people hate on Cornell and Diehl for their small batches and their marketing techniques and stuff, but I don't have any complaints. This shit's delicious. And some of these small batch blends, the leaf that they have for them, that's not the case with this one. They're going to be using this Perique and everything, but things like the Carolina Red Flake and you know, and Sansepolcro, like they only had a finite supply of a certain leaf that they wanted to highlight, so I can understand why they'd make those as small batches. I'd rather be able to smoke them and enjoy them and then they'd be gone than have never been able to try them. In fact, the only real complaint I can think of that I have for Cornell and Diehl is that normally when you open your tin, there's like 75 pieces of paper. You know, you pretty much have to like unfold an origami swan to get to your tobacco. They didn't do that with this though. It just had one little piece of paper on top, which was nice. So yeah, I guess that's all I got. If you get a chance to try the Beast, definitely do so. Don't be afraid of it, or of high percentage Perique blends in general. Once you get past about 25%, the spiciness definitely tones down and you get a lot more of that like stewed fruit, funky sweetness that's really good. Anywho, I'm gonna get into the Sherwin-Williams, get my paint, keep on rocking and rolling on this fucking house I've been working on. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and remember, the universe might piss down the back of your neck every single day, but it will only drown you once, so keep your fucking chin up. Later, homies.